Have you ever asked your child to do something like put on their shoes, clean up, or come to the table, and they just ignore you? You try again and nothing, so you repeat yourself, maybe a little louder this time, but still no response. So now your frustration kicks in and you ask yourself, why is something so simple so difficult? This is a common challenge for many moms and dads, especially those raising children with developmental disabilities. But here's the important thing to understand. Your child is not ignoring you on purpose. There are real, understandable reasons why following instructions is harder than it seems. In this lesson, we'll break down the psychology behind instruction following, exploring what your child struggles, and set the stage for strategies that actually work. As we talked about on our parenting roadmap course, understanding why this happens is the first step in creating real change. For adults, following directions is second nature, but for children, especially those with developmental disabilities, it's a multi-step process that can break down at any stage. So let's break down some of those common reasons why instructions can be challenging for your child and what that means for you. The first challenge is understanding the instruction. If an instruction is too long, unclear, or complex, your child may not fully grasp what is being asked of them. Imagine saying, go to your room, grab your shoes, bring them back so we can put them on because we have to go. That's a lot to process at once. If your child only catches part of it or gets confused, they may not follow through simply because they don't fully understand. Challenge number 2 is having to shift their focus. If your child is deeply engaged in an activity they enjoy, stopping mid-action to listen can feel nearly impossible. Think about how hard it is for you to pull away from something exciting or when you're fully immersed or in the zone. It's no different for your children. If they are focused on their toy, a show, or a game, they may not even register that you're speaking to them. Challenge number 3 is holding on to the instruction. Following directions often requires working memory, like a mental sticky note. If your instruction has multiple steps, your child will have to have the skills to hold on to the information long enough to complete it and remember what they're supposed to do, even if they get distracted halfway through. But if they get distracted halfway through, the instruction might slip away completely. Challenge number 4 is motivation and compliance. Let's be honest, most kids don't love stopping what they're doing to follow your instructions. If a request means ending something enjoyable, like playing with blocks, to do something less fun, like cleaning up, it can feel frustrating and unfair. If your child doesn't see the benefit, they may not feel inclined to cooperate. And challenge number 5 is emotional overload. If your child is already overwhelmed, anxious, or frustrated, those feelings can override their ability to process information. Their brain essentially shuts down and they can't follow through with the instruction. Even a simple request like come here can feel impossible when their emotions are too big. Their nervous system is in a fight or flight mode, and listening is not a priority when they're struggling. This is why simply repeating an instruction louder or more firmly doesn't always work. Instead, we need a different approach, one that builds trust, sets clear expectations, and ensures follow through in a way that feels safe and manageable for your child. We'll go into more detail on this on the next lesson.